try to make it seem like they're the voice for the next generation. This patriot and this leader is the voice for the next generation. Madison Cawthorn.
You know, one thing I love about being a Republican is I'm sure there's some OSHA regulation that says you're not allowed to lift a guy in a wheelchair up on stage like that. But we believe in deregulation, so it works out very well. But Charlie touched on a really important fact, and it was saying that I beat the establishment. I, at a young age, was able to stand up. I was inspired by James Madison to do so. He was 25 when he stood up to run, when stood up to help run this country. And just as, you know, as conservatives, we like to remove a lot of regulation. We as conservatives, you know, when people tell us to wait in line, or the establishment tells us there's a certain way this is done, well, I'm sure that many of you, just like me, would look around and say, well, who are we in line behind? Because they have not been doing a very good job. Our country is burning. And that makes me think of another family in our country who was not part of the establishment, who is an outsider family, people who a lot of the establishment said, you all need to wait in line before you try and come in and run our entire country. And of course, I'm talking about our incredible President, Donald J. Trump. But he did not do this alone. There's someone from my state, Lara Trump. She's incredible. And I'll tell you, she did not wait in line to go help her father-in-law. She has been in New York raising a family. Imagine being a conservative in New York. And not just being a conservative that sits back and doesn't say anything. She created the Trump News Network and would bring real news to us patriots because we knew the mainstream media would not do that. She has been bold, standing up and fighting for what is right, fighting for America First values, and fighting for each and every single one of us. So everybody, please join me in welcoming Lara Trump. Stage is yours.
How are you?
Great.
All right, turning point. I have just got to start out by saying something that I know is very obvious to everyone in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight is far from finished, okay? We are just getting started in this fight. Let me tell you something. If they think that anybody here believes that Joe Biden got 81 million people to go vote for him, they have lost their minds. Let me take a quick poll in this room. Did Donald J. Trump win this election in a landslide? Well, we all know it, and here's the good news. You know, I have said for the past 5 years that Donald Trump was made for this time in our history. I truly believe that God puts people in places at certain times for certain reasons, and I meant by that Donald Trump was the man for the job for the past 4 years as President of the United States. Who else, right? Who else could have done the things that this man did? All of the people before him who were President of the United States said that they would do things like move the American embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. President Trump got it done. People said that they were going to give us a great economy, the greatest economy in the world under President Donald J. Trump. A man that said he would bring the troops back home. That's exactly what he did. Leveled the playing field with trade, made sure that we held China accountable, right? But see, what I've come to realize is that although he has done so many great things, that even at the campaign, we couldn't keep up with them all, so we had to create a website for them called promiseskept.com. What I've come to recently realize is that President Donald Trump wasn't just made for the past 4 years in America. He was made for this time right now in the history of our country because let's be honest, folks, any other president would have laid down and died. Any other president would have conceded this race. I can tell you something, Donald Trump is not conceding a race that he knows he won, okay? And we all know they have been trying to stop this man since day one, since the day he came down the golden escalator, right, and announced he was running for president of the United States. They've been trying to stop him. But the mainstream media could not stop President Donald Trump. The Clinton machine could not stop President Donald J. Trump. Okay? Comey, the FBI, Clapper, the CIA, the DOJ could not stop Donald J. Trump. COVID-19 could not stop Donald J. Trump. And what they don't realize is that they can't stop him because they can't stop you. Okay? And that is what this is about. We have to get this election right, not just for right now, but for the future of America. And let me tell you something, nothing terrifies the Democrats more than Donald Trump, but maybe a little more scary than President Donald Trump to the Democrats is every single person in this room. It's true. Because by all accounts, you guys shouldn't be here. You should have fallen for the old sleight of hand, for the tricks on the mainstream media, the Hollywood elites, the liberals. You should have fallen for their emotional, way they suck everybody in and tell you, you are not a good person unless you do what we say you should do. But see, you are all smarter than that. You are all patriots. You all love America. And you know that we are so lucky to be living in this great country of ours, the greatest country on the face of the earth, and it is up to all of us to keep it that way, right? So it was Ronald Reagan who said, freedom is only one generation away from extinction. I got to tell you guys something. You will be the reason that we keep freedom in the United States of America, okay? Because this movement that started under President Donald Trump, you guys are going to continue for generations and generations and generations to come. And when my two kids, Luke and Carolina, who are 1 and 3, get to be old enough to cast a vote, believe me, they are going to be voting right, okay? And you all have to lead the way for them. So here's what I want you